Hey, welcome back. This is Prico channel. If you are interested in programming, productivity, or digital nomad, just click down below the button and be sure that you are subscribing so you can be up to date with everything we are doing over here. So this is our second video for our ChatGPT integration with WordPress. In the last video, we were able to set up the connection with ChatGPT. Now we are going to try to set up a page in a text field that you can type, like if you were chatting with them, and it will create the post for us. So let's gonna do it. It's pretty cool. It's gonna convert this coffee in code right now. Okay, so in our last video, we were able to connect ChatGPT with WordPress just using a prompt that was like a born itself on the code. So now we are trying to set up a text input and a button that we can just simply click like a post publish button, publish post, publish publish a post, and with any topic that we can set up. For that, we need to first create a settings page for adding the API key that we're having. We also need a panel. We have an input and button and an Ajax response for that. So let's gonna do it. So we have here our latest post, and for that, we need to figure out a menu pages. I already have created over here. So we have the menu pages, add menu page, Prico ChatGPT, Prico settings, and I'm gonna set up a simple callback called Hey Guys. So if this works, it should appear a new menu over there. I click on over there, we'll see this Hey Guys for now. So let's see if it works. There you go, the settings are there. That's it. This is the callback, and we should set up a slot here, and it should be Prico ChatGPT settings. There you go. Let's try it again. And if I click here, there you go. Hey guys. Okay, cool. So we need to then register some settings for being able to update it. Remember that WordPress has like a different ways to set up to save the information. In this case, we are gonna use the common get option, add option. So for that, we are gonna use a very useful function called register settings. So I'm gonna add here the register setting, and with this, we are going to then register setting. So register settings here. It will be something like admin init, add action, admin init, and let's gonna set up Prico ChatGPT settings, register settings, and we are gonna set up another function for this now. Function Prico ChatGPT register settings. There you go. And we should then register the setting. Register setting. This is the one. Okay, so in the settings, you need to set up a group. And for that group, we're going to set up an option for it. Okay, so we are going to say, you know what? I'm going to set up the setting, Prico ChatGPT settings group. Okay, and we are going to then use Prico ChatGPT API key. Okay, no args for now, and we should then setting up that one. So in this we need to then create. Okay, so if we are good here, we can then simply, let me add something here. So we have this callback over here, and as we saw, we had the settings, and we had the message over there, and I'm gonna set up settings over there, and there is a we need to figure out to add the fields over there for the settings. Okay, So we need to set up then a form with a method post and with action to the options page. So WordPress has its own options PHP page, and in that page we are able to set up all the information that we are saving in the options table. Okay, so we have that. We have then settings field. Let me, if I can find an example here. So with settings fields, we are able to make an echo of the settings fields that we have in the group. So in this case, we're going to set up this, and we are then tell to print the setting that we had it. In this case, is the group. So this is the one, and we are gonna say, you know what? Give me an input. Type password, just to not show the key. We should then name it. We should then set up a name called. It's exactly the same as the API of the field that we created. So this one is this, because this is the option itself. Okay, so when I click on the submit button, it is going to go to the options page and then try to match with the name. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm using that one. So I'm gonna set settings field echo type, and the value is going to be PHP escape is going to escape the ATTR, and we then set up the option. So in this case, the option is exactly the same name for this. Okay, let's then set up this, and it's going to be this here. Okay, yep, there you go. We made this one here. Okay, we have the input here, and we also need to set up a submit button. So submit button WordPress. There you go. Submit button, yes. So I just simply say, hey, you know what? This is the submit button, and that's it. So in theory, it should then set up the value over there, and I can just simply set up a value here. So YouTube, let's see if I save changes, let's see if it works. There you go. Okay, so we already have the value here. There you go. This is the YouTube one. Cool. Okay, so now we can then take our API key, and I'm going to take it from my platform, OpenAI. I have the copy here, and I'm just going to paste it, save changes. Voila, we already have our settings page and our API key there. Sorry that I haven't put anything here. Now let me put something like I don't know, maybe an H2 here. H2, something like API key. And we can set up this in a P. There you go. Okay, cool. Let's try it again. So, I mean, the idea of this settings page is that we can set up many more things. For now, we only need the API key, but in theory, as long as we are creating more videos, I'm gonna to add more settings and more features. So for now, we are just only focusing to set up the Polish page. Okay. So now we have the settings, we have the register settings, and we need then to set up the submenu. So what is a submenu page? So we will need the function add submenu page. There we go. So the same, we're gonna take the easiest example here. It's gonna take this one. So I'm gonna set up something like a publish page, publish post. And so it says that it needs a partners lock. Remember that our lock is code settings. So copy here. So code ChatGPT. So that the title will be publish random post. Same for the other one. So we have it here. It's gonna set up the text domain, the same for them. And we have this, and we need to set up which capabilities to be able to use this. It will be the administrator for now. So I mean, we can create more roles, but or permissions, but administrators are enough for now. And we're gonna just say, okay, code ChatGPT publish post. Okay, and the callback is going to be publish post callback. Publish post callback. Okay, so we have then. Let me move this a little bit up. 1 sec. Yeah, I prefer to have it there. In the upcoming videos, I'm gonna organize all this code. This is just for just to show you how it works, but yeah, it should be way more organized. So this is just the second of around 10 videos that we are going to create this. So the same echo publish post. Okay, so let's see. There you go. So you should have the menu over here. There you go. We have the submenu. Publish post. Cool, great. Okay, then the same thing. So we are gonna close the tag here, another one here, and we're gonna say, okay, cool. So what we need, we need that title for sure. That's pretty important. We're gonna say publish a post from ChatGPT. And we are gonna set up then a another input here. I'm gonna set up the name for this. It will be prompt. This is the prompt that we are gonna set up. There should be class. I'm gonna set up an ID for this. So prompt again. Okay, a good placeholder. It will be cool to write me a blog about to. Okay, there you go. And we have P here, and we have then let's set up a form also. So it will be then a form with the name code ChatGPT. Remember that I always use the prefix that I use for the plugin. So code ChatGPT form. Cool, great. And we need then the button. So there will be a button here. And we're gonna set up the publish post. And okay, so what we need for this, we need to set up a nonce. Remember that the nonce is pretty important. We need to also set up a JavaScript and Ajax callback. So we set up this here. There you go, nonce field. I'm gonna name the code ChatGPT publish post. That's the name of the action itself. Publish post, and then the nonce is going to be publish post nonce. Okay. We have this here. There you go. Okay, cool, great. And so if we go here, we're gonna set up. Okay, let me add I'm gonna add the styles here. Later we're gonna set up a better CSS thing, but for now we just need this to have it working. So the ID prompt, I will then set up a width 90%. Let's see if it works. Why it's not? Oh, it's a widow. No, it's with. There you go. Okay. Well, whatever. And what happened here? Okay, it has 3 T's. So, come on, there you go. Again. There you go, publish post. Cool, great. Okay, so let's set up a box for the, it's gonna set up a form here. And it's gonna then set up something for the response. So it will be the small. Gonna set up simply response, Prico, ChatGPT, response. And we're gonna say here response. Gonna add some boldies. And we're gonna set up a span and another finish for the small. And we also going to say, okay, success. So color green. And for the error, it will be color red. Okay, cool, great. So now we have this. We need to then set up the Ajax for this. Okay, so first thing that we need to set up is the action. So it will be add action, WP Ajax, the name of our action, remember. There you go, okay. And we're gonna set up this and the name, the same convention. So it will be callback. And we then set up the function, Prico ChatGPT publish post callback. There you go. And it's gonna just simply say WP send JSON, the same. Hello guys. And let's try to send the post that we are receiving here. Okay, come on. Let's just simply set that response. Let's see if it works. So this will be publish Ajax callback. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, okay, cool, great. Perfect. So we need to set up a script here. So this script is going to then, what it's gonna do, it's gonna send a submit form for this. So it will be this and then submit form. Set up the function. But now we are gonna use jQuery, but we can use it with React. In the coming video, I can try to just rebuild this and refactor to a React app, but to React component. But for now, React or Vue, I think Vue is better. It's cool. So for now, we can just simply use jQuery, but we can use whatever. So for the purpose of this video, is just to try, just to understand how to integrate the system. So we're gonna set up prevent default, and we are going to disable the button. Let's gonna give it an ID. So we cannot submit again until we really have a response. And so it will be code ChatGPT form button. Okay, cool. So we're gonna say jQuery. I'm a very old-fashioned guy, so a jQuery name, I think it's better. So it will be attr disable true. Okay, cool, great. So what we have, we need to send all the information to to a place, right? So it will be, will be the data. So it will be jQuery post, and we need to send it to PHP echo. There you go. Okay, cool. So we're gonna send this. We're gonna send a data. Now we are going to figure out that, and we are gonna receive a JSON response. Okay. So this will be a response. And for now, we are going to just simply set up a console log that says the response. There you go. And after all this happens, then please just simply set up to this to false, so we can being able to resend again the information. So it's gonna set it up here when the promise is sent. Okay. So what data we are gonna send? We are gonna send the serialize of this information. So let me add it a little bit easier. So it will be BART data equals, this is going to be action, and the action is going to be publish post, and data, it's going to be the form. So it will be then this serialize. So what this makes is like it takes all the inputs that it has on site, and it just sends it in just a string. Okay, so we need to unserialize over there on the PHP backend. So we have this success, false, and we need then. So what is the function that we created in the last video for creating the post? It will be this one, prompt, but it needs to set up a prompt for. Okay, so we have this prompt here. Let's gonna copy this. There you go. One sec, let me think. So this is the value here. Let me copy this. So it will be this, like a prompt. And we need to set up a prompt over here, because the function that we are going to be using is this one. So we are going to set up the prompt and a prompt here. Okay, cool, great. And the prompt that we are going to be sending, it will be data prompt. So data prompt. So prompt is going to be data prompt. Plus this. So what is the important part over here? The JSON, this one. So we are gonna set up the prompt that the people is going to be using. I mean, in this case, we are being confident that the user is going to really set up a, like a real conversation with ChatGPT. This is just for example. So later, in all the video, we should try to validate that, but for now, it's just the idea, just to create the topic. So it will be something like a, hi, please create a cook or carbonara, blah, 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 blah. There you go. And we are going to add to that this, and we're going to say, please use this JSON format. There you go. Okay, cool. So what we are doing here, so we say, hey, what the user added here, and then to the ChatGPT, hey, please use this specific JSON format. So why? Remember that in the last video, we needed a specific system to send, to being able to parse the information, and then to create a post. So we need to send that. We need to then use the function create post, sending the prompt that is going to add the connection and send the prompt also. So it will be this with the prompt. And this should return on us, okay, something. So this will be the response. And we have here this, and we are going to just simply return this function. So what we got over here. So if the insert post is not working, it's going to give us an WP error. So what we say over there then, okay. So if you get a response that is an error, so something like this, you know, there you go. We're gonna say something, oops, something happened. Oops, something happened. We're gonna send this and we're gonna, it's WP error. So for the response that we get there, if it doesn't work, we are gonna send a false and a message. And if it works, we should send a JSON saying success with double C and double S, saying true, and a message saying new post created. There you go. Let's make a try. So let me reload this. Sorry, I'm gonna add a specific. Okay, so I didn't finish this part. So here, after we have received the response, we are gonna say, hey, you know what? First of all, we need to then say P here, and we say to this small thing, the small is the HTML that we have, and to the span, we are gonna make it empty. And we are gonna say remove class, success, and remove class error. So if everything went well, so it will be a response success. And in that success, we need to add to this. We need to add to this a class called success, and we are going to then say HTML response.message. In both cases, we are gonna do this. So in the false, we are gonna say add class error. So if it works, add success class. If it doesn't, add success error. And in both cases, just simply add the message to the span. So let's see if it works. Again, it's gonna load this. Let me bring this here. This link is pretty cool for me. And it says that we have an error here. Empty. Oh, okay, it's not an if. So all of this should be jQuery, and also jQuery here. jQuery here and jQuery here. Okay, cool. Again, let's reload it. So, well, hey, can you please write me a blog about fitness? It's a test that I made before to finish the video. To start to recording the video. It's gonna publish here, and she didn't provide an API key. Oh, okay, cool, yeah. I forgot to add here get option. Private code, ChatGPT, API key. There you go. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Hey, can you please write me a blog about fitness? Click. So I'm gonna clean this. This is my error. Remember that I always have my error system here. And let's see what happens when it's finished. Gonna see the network. It's still working. New post created. That's cool. Let's see what it worked or what it made. I don't know why we didn't get. There you go. That's so cool, man. I love this, I'm very bad writing blogs, so I think that I can use this for a better things, you know. Of course, this is just to make it automatic, but we can add thumbnails to this. We can add many things to this. Let me add just one more thing here. I don't know why it's not adding the response. It should be adding the response to the span. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see why it didn't. Okay, because I have it as a class. It should be an ID here. There you go. Okay, cool. Let's try it again. Let's write about Donald Trump. Let's see what it makes. They write me about Donald Trump. Let's see what it what it brings. Should be pretty fun. it's thinking we should add it like in a loader, something like that. Yeah, it made it. Let's see what it wrote. This is so cool. There we go. Oh, it didn't work. Why? New post created. It's not there. Yeah, maybe it's something that it's not following. You know, so let's say about. Let me write a blog about a blog with Italian cuisine recite. These are the kind of validations that we should add, you know, as I always mention. Because, for example, maybe I think so that ChatGPT didn't respond as we were expecting, you know, delicious Italian pasta carbonara. That's it. That same one that they did before. There you go. That's it. So I think, for example, in the Donald Trump example, it's something that is not prepared for the model that it has. But I mean, you get the idea. This is great. We are now adding any topic that we can find and just simply type in, just clicking a button, and then it's gonna create our post. It's everything all there. We can add, for example, thumbnails. That could be another video for. And we can add a cron job to make it better. So I don't know. This is an island thing. I'm pretty happy doing this. I'll see you later. So we finished the coffee and we finished the code. So in this video, we were able finally to set up the connection, the input text, and ChatGPT is doing everything for us. So that's pretty cool. In the coming video, I'm going to try to integrate an automated system for thumbnails. That would be so cool to do. So please stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.